Well, Bubbleology is the study of bubbles. So I've done a lot of studying of bubbles. I mainly do performance of bubbles nowadays. So the show starts off with loads of bubbles and we go through bubbles getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and we have some bubble science in there a little bit and even make bubbles big enough for people to go inside. There is a few bits and pieces of educational bubble science there, but I like to keep it so that it makes them think rather than going, this is the science. I go, these, like, touch on the science enough for them to go, ooh, and they can go and think about it themselves and think how that worked. Like how can you put your hand all the way through a bubble without popping it? I make them think. I could just tell them, we could just do it, but they would lose all the fun and their imagination. It gets them thinking, it makes them feel like they're part of the show as well, because they're thinking during the show, they're trying to come up with the answers, they're shouting out a little bit, and it goes away with them thinking more about everything, about how bubbles form. Like learning through play and through imagination it's amazing. It gets them thinking a lot more than going, right, sit down, we're going to write about bubbles. Who wants to write about bubbles? Well, I've written about bubbles, but you want to play with them, you want to see them, you want to see how amazing they can be, how big a bubble you can get.